Hello, everybody. First of all, thanks so much for everybody for coming out yesterday to the Captivate class. I thought it was a phenomenal class. I myself learned quite a bit, and I'm not even a real estate agent, and I enjoyed it immensely. As promised, attached to the email that I'm sending you are the tools that Mike Anderson promised you during the class that you can download. There's the digital Captivate workbook. There's also a link where you can go and buy the hard copy book online from Amazon. And finally, there's the Canva template that he made for everybody, which you can go in and use as well. I want to take a second to share another tool with you because Mike's one of his big things that he was talking about yesterday was keeping the conversation on equity and away from interest rates. So I have a tool that I think you'll find very handy that might help you with that so that you can help people see the importance of equity and why they need to not worry about interest rates. And then if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to go over it in more detail. So, this is called an appreciation gain versus interest paid tool, okay? And it's very simple to use. It's so simple to use, and it's extremely powerful. So I'm gonna take just 1 second to show you how to use it, and it also is available in the email for you to download and play with and use to have your conversations with your clients and prospects. So what this does is, as Mike said yesterday, equity is the conversation, right? But people are focused on primarily what? Interest rate. So this helps you shift the conversation towards equity. So I want to buy a house right now, but I'm afraid to buy a house because the interest rates are so high, and I want to wait for rates to come down, and blah, 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 et cetera, okay? So if you put here a sales price, and we're going to use Mike's price of $500,000, okay? Now I put in here an appreciation rate of 4%. Actually, as you know, the appreciation rate in Utah has been much higher. It's probably going to be somewhere closer to 6 to 7% this year. But if we just put in just 4% appreciation rate, okay, then a down payment of 5%, okay? Now, if we look at our current rates, the current interest rates are 6.5 to 6.25. Let's keep it high at 6.5%. And let's say that these people want to hold out for 4%, which would be ridiculous. Actually, first example, let's do it at 5%, okay? Because that's probably something more realistic that people will probably say, okay? So at the current rate, their principal and interest would be $3,002. At the rate that they are holding out for, their principal and interest payment would be $2,549. And that is all you have to do for this sheet to work, okay? And how it works is this, you'll see. So here's our purchase price. And then year one, now this is a 4% cumulative appreciation rate. At year one, that means they're going to gain $20,000 in appreciation. And the difference between the interest rate they are paying of 6.5 and the difference of the interest rate that they want, that they're holding out for, that they want to postpone their purchase for, is $5,429. So per year, right? These are annualized numbers, okay? That means the very first year alone, they're ahead $14,571. Now, remember what Mike said yesterday. This is something that you already know. Appreciation compounds, okay? These interest payments don't compound. The interest that they pay is going to be the same every year, right? This payment does not change, right? So if you look here, the second year, now the home is worth $520,000 because we gained $20,000 of appreciation the first year. Okay, that means the second year we gain another $20,800 of appreciation. That means in just 2 years we've gained $40,800 in appreciation, and the borrower has spent $10,858 more in interest than they wanted to. Okay, because they didn't wait for the low 5% rate. That means that at the end of the second year, they're almost $30,000 ahead. They have still gained $29,942 because if we take the $40,800 in appreciation that they've gained, less the $10,858 of interest that they spent, which is more than what they would have spent had they held out for the 5%, they're ahead by $30,000. This is the cost of waiting. This is what the clients need to understand, that this column here represents the cost of waiting. If they wait for the hypothetical rate of 5%, well, yeah, then this column right here of additional interest paid would be zero because they got their target rate. Okay, but how much more are they paying in the house? If it takes 2 years to get to that 5% rate, well, that means they paid $40,000 more for the house. So they're losing all that money. So this column right here is truly the cost of waiting. And I'll show you something even more powerful, just to make the example ridiculous. Let's say the interest rates currently were 8%, okay? And they wanted 4%, okay? Even at that, the first year they're still $5,300 ahead. And these are ridiculous numbers. We're not at 8%. We were for a hot minute, but we're not anymore. And I don't think anybody anymore is realistically going to hold out for 4%. But even if they did, even at those really inflated numbers, exaggerated numbers, I should say, the cost of waiting adds up very, very quickly. So you can use this sheet to, actually demonstrate to your clients using actual numbers. Let's just say we're back to our 6.5% and 5% rate. So this is the rate that the market currently is at, and this is the rate that they want to hold out for, right? Okay. Well, in just 5 years, they're going to lose out on $81,000. That's phenomenal. So tell them not to worry about the extra interest that they're paying. Appreciation is the thing. They build equity, build wealth, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope this tool is helpful to you. If you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to call me anytime. I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Take care.